Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will be learning more about nucleus. First of all, I would like to ask you what is nucleus? Nucleus is nothing but it is the brain of cell. In the sense, it is the central controller of the cell. It manages all the activities, all the metabolism activities which are going inside the cell. Let us understand it thoroughly. First, we will let you know about the parts of nucleus. Here are some important terms that are crucial for you. You will need this term to understand much more about nucleus and its functioning. So here, I am drawing a cell. This is the cell. Inside cell, I am drawing nuclear membrane. This you can see is the nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is having small pores on it. Nuclear membrane is having small pores on it. Can you think why it is having pores? Yeah. You perhaps think that it is having holes for exchanging of the materials exchange of materials that cell needs. So you're absolutely right. This is the nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is the porous or permeable membrane that allows exit and entry of the other foreign substances. For example, during cell division, if the chromosomes are dividing at the time, this nuclear membrane gets separated and it allows the exchange in all of the cell. Even we know RBCs are the cell in human body that are helpful for carrying oxygen-rich blood, means that supply oxygen to each and every part of the body. So oxygen is entered inside the cell via plasma membrane, and further the oxygen is passed on to the nucleus to produce energy. So this is the nuclear membrane. You can term it as nuclear. You can also note down this point. Nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane consists of two important parts. First, this is the outer nuclear membrane. This is not the nuclear membrane. This particular part is known as outer nuclear membrane, and this part is known as inner nuclear membrane. Inner nuclear, spelling error, membrane. Inner and outer nuclear membrane. Thus, these two combine to form a nuclear membrane. This was all about it. Then, inside the nucleus membrane, you will find a fluid. You will find a fluid, and that fluid is nothing but nucleoplasma. So, it is nothing but nucleoplasma. You may also call it as nuclear matrix. Nuclear matrix and nucleoplasma is one only. Now, what is the use of this nucleoplasma? Nucleoplasma keeps the cell hydrated. All the cell organelles, for example, DNA, like all the organelles which are present inside nucleus, like DNA, chromatin, chromosomes, and several other ribosomes, and etc. etc. These all float on the nucleoplasm, and it keeps the cell hydrated. Further, over here you will find tangled structure. This tangled structure is nothing but chromosomes or chromatin, not chromosomes, chromatin. This structure is nothing but chromatin, that is DNA. This is chromatin. So I explained you about nucleoplasm. Chromatin and chromosomes in DNA is not explained yet. Nuclear membrane is done. Nucleolus. Now what is nucleolus? Nucleolus is also one organelle which lies inside the nuclear membrane only. It is the center dense body. Okay, it is the center. It is not a center. It is just a dense body found inside the nuclear membrane. This was about nucleolus. Now what is perinuclear place? Perinuclear place means whichever the space inside this nuclear membrane. The space inside this nuclear membrane, here is the space, right? Here is the space, and this space is only known as perinuclear space. This is only known as perinuclear space. Now let us differentiate, or let us understand what is the difference between DNA, chromosomes and chromatin. I'll erase this diagram. Till then you can note down the points. Okay. Yeah. Chromosomes first. First of all, we will learn about chromatin. What is chromatin? Chromatin is nothing but it is just the coiled structure. It is just the coiled thread inside the cell. This is the cell. Okay, and this is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, the coiled structure. The coiled structure. The coiled and condensed structure or thread. Coiled and condensed thread is known as chromatin. Now, what is chromosomes? While cell division, while cell division, the chromatin shrinks and condenses, and while it shrinks, it forms a structure like this. It forms a structure. Okay, and chromatin and DNA is one only. DNA and chromatin is one only. But DNA is present in the coiled form inside the nuclear membrane, and while cell division, only while cell division, when cell is about to divide or when cell is dividing, during this process only, instead of this structure, instead of this coiled structure, this coiled structure condenses and shrinks to form this type of structure. In simple language, if I want to explain you is, this is the coiled structure. Okay, this is the coiled structure, and when the cell divides, it becomes like this. Okay, it becomes a long thread like this. This is like joint thread. I can't draw this much, so it becomes like this, wholly joined. Okay, and this types of structure is there, and it is being joined by a protein membrane and some ribosomes. This is the protein. Okay, what is protein? Protein is what? Ribosomes are there. Ribosomes are some cell organelles which only produces or they synthesize protein. Therefore, I will term this as protein. Okay. So this protein are there to join or to attach this particular membrane around the condensed and shrinked chromatin. Now this is no more chromatin, but it is chromosomes now, and this is the protein. Now, which type of protein is that? So it is the protein. It is a type of protein. It is a type of protein which is named as histone. This is the protein. Okay. Protein. It is named as protein histone. Now, what is the use? So it helps to pack DNA. Yeah, it helps to pack DNA as shown here, so that while cell division there should be proper division of the DNA. So this was all difference about chromatin and chromosomes and DNA. DNA and chromosomes, DNA and chromatin is one only. I will give you more explanation about DNA. And also remember, these chromosomes are formed only when this chromatin changes to chromosomes only while cell division, or else you will see this thread-like structure most of the time. Now, let us know about DNA. You must know. Perhaps you guys know the full form of DNA. The full form of DNA is as deoxyribonucleic. Deoxyribonucleic acid. LEIC, I was correct, but deoxyribonucleic acid. So this is the full form of DNA. Okay. Now DNA looks like this. This is the DNA which is inside the nucleolus, like dense down inside nucleolus the DNA is found. DNA stores the information within itself. It defines the characteristics of human. For example, perhaps you might heard of the word gene. That is GENE. Gene. Now what is gene? Gene means nothing but it is just a small fragment of DNA. So this is the DNA. Okay. So the small fragment for example, this is a small fragment. This small fragment is known as gene. These genes are there inside the, not inside means this part of the DNA is known as gene. Gene has a specific segment or part of DNA containing information about the particular part. Gene defines the characteristics. For example, this particular gene will define the hair color. This particular gene will define your IQ level. This particular gene will define your skin tone. Then again, the further part of DNA or other cells containing DNA that will decide all the characteristics of you. Now, let us move to one important point. What is the length of DNA inside a cell? The length of the DNA inside one cell is about 2.2 meter. This is the length of DNA inside a one cell. Inside one cell, 2.2 meter DNA is found. Okay, and as 2.2 meter DNA is there, so there are about 20,000 genes. Then gene means 20,000 parts. 20,000 parts or segments inside a DNA. Okay, so this was all about nucleus. If the question comes, what is the role of nucleus? Then you may answer it. Nucleus plays a crucial role in cell division. You may also say nucleus plays the role in transfer of heredity characters from one person to another person. Then it plays a crucial role in cell maturity. If the cell becomes mature, then it divides. The nucleus also divides, and also the most important thing about nucleus is it stores all the crucial importance or all the crucial information. It preserves the DNA from getting disturbed or destroyed from any other foreign substances. So this was all about nucleus. In next video we will learn about the division of nucleus. Thank you so much.